Hey guys, hope you're all well. So, a lot of students that I speak to always ask me the same question. How did I get into programming? Firstly, I want to attack a problem that a lot of these students have that I hear a lot, which is I don't think I'm smart enough. Why do you not think you're smart enough? Let me ask you a question, guys. You have the same brain as Genghis Khan. Sorry, I say this a lot to people and people don't get it. Okay. So, where do you think smartness comes from? I never used to consider myself to be smart. Where do you think it comes from? Smartness comes from constantly challenging your mind and moving forward. Now let me ask you guys a question, yeah? When you walk up when you see a mountain, for example, you say Mount Kilimanjaro, yeah? Or you see let's think of an easy example, the Peak District, yeah? You see those mountains. You know nothing about it, right? You take a trip to the Peak District and you go up and down the mountains once or twice, you know it then, right? You need to work hard and do things, experience things, try things. That builds your mental capacity. Now, a common a common analogy I give a lot of students is this. So a lot of cars we know have six gears, right? And if the car is always in your local area, how do you know that sixth gear exists or not? Because you don't use it. So does that mean it doesn't exist anymore? Does that mean the car doesn't have six gears? Of course, it doesn't mean that. It just means it's never used. So my point is, challenge yourself, intellectually challenge yourself. That's all you have to do. Look for challenges that challenge your mental capacity and that challenges you to think more things, research more, and do more things. Read an excerpt of a philosopher's book. I don't know. Do something. Go on YouTube and read about history. I don't know. They all grow parts of your intelligence that you can activate and do things. Just remember, guys, you're not dumb. You are smart enough. Just don't give yourself enough credit. You're not dumb. You're not thick. You're not stupid. You need to grow some confidence and just do it. Don't look left or right. Just put your head down and do it. So that's the first part of this video. That's the first part I want to attack. And if anyone doubts you and tells you you're not smart enough, contact me. I will speak to you, and we can have a one-to-one discussion over half an hour if you want about why you are smart enough and why you can do it. So, now to answer the question how I got into programming, I wanted to when I used to think about what I'm going to do in my life, I had always imagined myself to be a solicitor, lawyer, barrister, that sort of thing, just because my family was into that stuff. I've my granddad was a solicitor, I've got an uncle who was a solicitor, my brother's a solicitor. I always wanted to go into that. That was just a dream of mine. Ever since I was in year nine, I've always wanted to do that. Now, how I went to programming. This is a cool story. So, I had just finished college, or I was coming closer to the end of college, and I was literally wondering what I should do. One day I went to the University of Bedfordshire, I remember, and there was someone sitting on the top floor, and I went to go speak to them. I literally randomly went up to the person. I said, "I'll go look here. Can we talk about my options about what I'm going to do in university?" And he said, "Yeah, go on, let's talk." I said, "I want to go into law, but I don't want to do anybody over." I was a very yeah, I was very immature. I want to go into law, but I don't want to do anybody over. I'd rather go into civil law. He goes, "What makes you think civil law isn't doing someone over?" I was like, "I don't know, is it?" He goes, "Yeah, back then I was very like my understanding of the world has changed so much from then till now, as obviously common sense would dictate, age and experience changes everything." So then I decided, you know what, I'm not going to become a solicitor. I thought I need to look for a job where I'm not going to be compromising my morals, which now I believe that solicitors don't have to do after the sort of stuff that I've learned and the education that I've gone through. Now, what happened was I thought, you know what, let's not go into law anymore. I wanted a quiet office job where I'm able to provide value and make money because I was thinking, you know what, anything I want to go into, I want to become the best. I want to work hard enough to become the best. So college finished, and I got accepted onto a computer science degree. So I went to Pakistan at the end of college. And when I was in Pakistan, I was introduced to how much poverty people live in, how they are not stable, how stability is very difficult to come across, how if one person dies, that the whole family will be starving and will be on the streets. Now, in the UK, we have benefits. We have obviously we have a lot of problems here, but a lot of people will find that there's a lot more steps to be thrown into the streets and to not be able to get food than there are in Pakistan or in places like that in third world countries. And I thought that there were a lot of skilled and talented people here, but they can't get anywhere in life due to issues such as family, due to issues such as money, education, family, money, circumstances, and they can't get anywhere they want. Whereas in this country, there's so many people who are given the opportunity in their hand and they don't take it. Now I was thinking, okay, this is unfair, this is not justice, but let me now try and create opportunities for people. So that's what I wanted to do. That's where the dream came from when I went to Pakistan. I thought, I want to create opportunities for the people and I want to be the one to do it. So I came back from Pakistan. This was the summer of 2017, no, 2016. Came back from Pakistan and I worked very hard. Well, I was doing security shifts most of the time. I was working very hard in security. And while I was in security, because I used to hate security so much, I used to take my books with me. I used to research my books. I literally used to take Java books, Python books, and literally read the entire book and make notes on it. I used to take books on artificial intelligence, make notes on it, go through all the research that they've done, and learn it, and talk about it and discuss it. And because I really wanted to live the real profile of a university student. Then come 2017, I went back to Pakistan, and I got more of a clear image of what I want to do in life and how I want to create the opportunities. I thought I want to go into teaching. I want to teach these poor people of the village how to move forward, how to do things, how to I don't know, simple to the point that I said to them that yeah, you can make a lot of money through the village. You can make a lot of money through selling the plants in the village. I don't know, something, anything like that. Anything that they could do to make money, anything they could do to create value, anything they could do to take them out of the situation that they're in. So, fast forward to my second year of university, where I was given a contract. I was put on a contract. Now, in that contract, I was put in a web development contract by the university, and it went very, very well. It went very well to the point that I learned so much because I was supposed to be given a manager. It went very well to the point that I was supposed to be given a manager. I had no manager. I was literally facing the client on my own, and I learned HTML, I learned CSS, I learned JavaScript, and I learned PHP in one project. And I got paid about £3,000 for it. It was a EU funded program, something like that. That was my first opportunity. Now, after that, well, I grew a tremendous amount of confidence after that contract was over. And it sort of helped me research, it sort of helped me move forward and do well in my second year of university. I didn't do too well. I got okay grades, but I wasn't too focused on university and my second year. I was more focused on clients and getting their work done and getting experience and that sort of stuff. Fast forward to my final year now. Now, in my final year, what I did was I gained a lot of information from the students that had left the year before, and I asked them questions about how to do well in my final year. So I asked them questions about how to do well in my final year, and who to go to for support and how to get through things. So what I did was I drew out a plan of how I'm gonna go through my third year and do well. And let's talk about how it went. So in my final year, I planned that I am gonna try to get 70% and above in everything, and if it doesn't work, I'll rethink my strategy. Because I think my dad told me that you aim for 100%. If you aim for 100%, you'll get 90, you'll get 80, but you won't get anything below 70 if you try and aim for 100%. So I did that and it worked. So I got 70%, I got 70, 70, 70. Everything was 70 except one I got 55, and that was only because I was fasting in the month of Ramadan. So yeah, I got everything 70 and above. So uni went well, I got a first class degree, but in that time I started going to interviews as well. Just to gain interview experience, because I thought when I finish university, I'm gonna need the practice, and all my friends are gonna need the practice that are studying university with me. So let's go into interviews too. Took on interviews, was building random things for clients. That's when I was freelancing and I was doing work for like £100 for like an entire app or something. I was doing all sorts of crazy things back then, and that's how I got into That's how I got into programming. So dream big. Think of social problems you want to solve. Just remember, you have a responsibility as an educated person, as a person with the power, where you know how to code, that you can actually contribute well to society and provide value. Providing value means providing a benefit. So, dream big. Do not fall into these traps of thinking you're not smart. You are smart. You just haven't challenged yourself there. And another thing that I always look for is an intellectual challenge. I always look for a challenge, something that'll challenge my mental capacity. To be honest with you, I get really bored when things are easy for me. So I always look for a challenge to grow my mental capacity. I always look for that. The last thing I leave with I leave you guys is, guys, you got 60 years average on this planet. Do not waste them. Make them count. Do good things with your lives and move forward every single day. Use every single day as an opportunity to move forward. 5 days a week, because you might want to chill on the weekend. 5 days a week, learn something new. Learn a new thing every day. Pick up a new skill. Learn a new thing. Just remember, you only get this life once. So, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe, because the more subscribers I get, the more motivation I'll have to make these videos. Like, share, comment. Comment helpful if you thought this video was helpful. The last two videos, no one's really commented helpful, so I'm sort of thinking of changing the way I make videos. But guys, if you believe I can improve in any way, please comment. And yeah, I'll see you next time for another video. So please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.